You wake up in the morning, swing your legs over the bed, and that's when you notice it. That familiar weakness in your legs, making those first few steps feel like you're trudging through wet sand. Your legs, once reliable and strong, now sometimes feel shaky and uncertain, especially after sitting for too long. Maybe you found yourself needing to grip the railing a bit tighter when navigating stairs, or you've noticed that walking distances you once handled with ease now leaves your legs feeling like overcooked pasta. This frustrating weakness isn't just inconvenient. It can shake your confidence and make you hesitant to engage in activities you once enjoyed. If you've been experiencing this growing sense of leg weakness, you're not alone. So many people over 60 face this exact challenge, often without realizing that something they're taking to improve their health might actually be contributing to the problem. What many seniors don't realize is that this leg weakness can sometimes be connected to certain vitamin supplements you're taking. While proper vitamin intake is crucial for maintaining health as we age, there are specific vitamins that, when taken incorrectly or in improper combinations, can actually contribute to leg weakness rather than support your mobility. This phenomenon is sometimes referred to as supplement-induced myopathy, which is essentially muscle weakness connected to certain nutritional supplements. As we age, our bodies process and utilize vitamins differently, and what worked well for us in our 40s or 50s might actually be creating unintended consequences now. Our metabolism changes, our absorption rates shift, and certain vitamin interactions can become problematic, particularly when it comes to maintaining leg strength and stability. Today, I want to talk about something that might surprise you: the specific vitamin supplements that could be weakening your legs rather than supporting them. Many people think that all vitamins are universally beneficial, but that's simply not true, especially as we age. Our body's needs change dramatically after 60, and certain supplements that are often marketed as must-haves for seniors can actually interfere with muscle function, particularly in your legs. The good news is that by making some simple adjustments to your supplement routine, you can potentially restore leg strength you thought was lost forever to aging. These adjustments aren't about expensive new products. They're about understanding which common vitamins might be working against you and how to correct course for better mobility and independence. In today's video, I'll reveal the 2 worst vitamin offenders that can weaken your legs after 60 and provide you with 4 practical solutions to address this issue. And the last one, just one small adjustment to when you take certain supplements during the day, but the impact on your leg strength might surprise you. Before we dive in, if you're experiencing leg weakness and want to regain your confidence and mobility, please like this video, subscribe to the Holistic Curious channel, and share in the comments. Have you noticed any connection between starting a new vitamin and changes in your leg strength? Now, let's get into these surprising vitamin pitfalls and how to overcome them. The first vitamin that can surprisingly contribute to leg weakness is excessive vitamin E supplementation. Now, this might come as a shock because vitamin E is known for its antioxidant properties and is often marketed heavily to seniors. But here's what many people don't realize. When taken in high doses, above 400 IU daily, vitamin E can actually interfere with your body's normal blood clotting mechanisms and reduce the absorption of other essential nutrients that your muscles need to function properly. This can ultimately lead to increased leg weakness, particularly in adults over 60 whose nutrient absorption is already naturally declining. I remember working with Martha, a 72-year-old retired teacher who came to me completely frustrated. She had always been active, enjoying daily walks around her neighborhood, but gradually noticed her legs feeling weaker and weaker to the point where she was afraid of falling. When we reviewed her supplement regimen, I discovered she was taking 800 IU of vitamin E daily because she read online that it would help protect her heart. What Martha didn't realize was that this high dosage was actually contributing to her leg weakness. The excess vitamin E was interfering with her vitamin K absorption and affecting how her muscle cells utilized energy. This biochemical disruption was directly impacting her leg strength and stability. Here's the science in simple terms. Your muscles need proper blood flow and nutrient delivery to maintain their strength. High doses of vitamin E can thin the blood too much, which sounds good for heart health, but can actually reduce efficient nutrient delivery to muscle tissues. Think of it like a garden hose. You want good pressure to deliver water to all your plants, not a weakened flow that barely reaches the end of the garden. Additionally, vitamin E in high doses can create oxidative stress in muscle tissue, the exact opposite of its intended antioxidant effect. This oxidative stress damages the mitochondria in your muscle cells, which are essentially the power generators that provide energy for movement. The solution? Don't eliminate vitamin E entirely, but scale back to a more appropriate dosage. For most adults over 60, aim for no more than 22 international units, 15 milligrams daily, which is the recommended dietary allowance. Instead of supplements, focus on getting your vitamin E from food sources like almonds, sunflower seeds, and spinach. These natural sources provide the right amount, along with complementary nutrients that help with proper absorption. If you do take a supplement, check your multivitamin first. It likely already contains vitamin E, so you may not need that separate vitamin E capsule at all. Martha reduced her vitamin E supplementation to the recommended levels, and within 3 weeks reported noticeable improvements in her leg strength and stability. The second problematic vitamin might surprise you even more. It's excessive vitamin D when not properly balanced with vitamin K2. Now, we've all heard about the importance of vitamin D, especially for bone health as we age. Many doctors routinely prescribe high-dose vitamin D supplements to seniors without explaining the crucial relationship between vitamin D and vitamin K2. When you take high doses of vitamin D without sufficient K2, you can experience something called vitamin D toxicity, which can lead to calcium being deposited in your blood vessels and soft tissues rather than in your bones where it belongs. This misplaced calcium can contribute to leg weakness, muscle cramps, and even amplify joint pain. Frank, a 68-year-old retired accountant, came to me complaining about increasing leg weakness despite being on a high-dose vitamin D supplement, 5,000 IU daily, prescribed by his doctor after a bone density scan. He was diligently taking his vitamin D, spending time in the sunshine, and even doing light resistance exercises, yet his leg weakness was worsening instead of improving. When we looked closer, it became clear that Frank wasn't getting any vitamin K2 in his regimen to balance out the high vitamin D intake. Essentially, the vitamin D was mobilizing calcium in his body, but without adequate K2, that calcium wasn't being properly directed to his bones. Instead, it was being deposited in his blood vessels and muscles, contributing to his worsening leg weakness. The science here is fascinating. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium from your diet, which is critical for bone health. However, it's vitamin K2 that serves as the traffic director, telling that calcium where to go. Without enough K2, the calcium your body absorbs, thanks to vitamin D, can end up in the wrong places: your arteries, kidneys, and soft tissues, including muscles. When calcium deposits in your muscles inappropriately, it can interfere with normal muscle contraction and relaxation, leading to weakness, fatigue, and poor coordination, particularly noticeable in the large muscles of your legs that bear your weight and handle most movement. The solution isn't to stop taking vitamin D, but rather to ensure you're getting adequate vitamin K2 alongside it. For every 1,000 IU of vitamin D, consider taking about 100 to 200 micrograms of vitamin K2, preferably the MK7 form, which stays active in your body longer. Good food sources of K2 include aged cheeses, grass-fed butter, and fermented foods like natto. After Frank added a K2 supplement and moderated his D intake to 2,000 IU daily, He noticed significant improvements in his leg strength within about a month. His balance improved, and he regained confidence in his mobility. The third approach that can make a tremendous difference for leg strength when dealing with vitamin imbalances is establishing optimal magnesium levels. Many seniors don't realize that magnesium is absolutely essential for proper muscle function, and deficiency is incredibly common in people over 60. What makes this particularly relevant to our discussion is that magnesium helps regulate how other vitamins and minerals, including vitamin D and calcium, function in your body. Without adequate magnesium, even if you correct the vitamin E excess or balance your vitamin D with K2, your legs still might not regain their full strength. Eleanor, a 75-year-old retired nurse, had already adjusted her vitamin E and D supplements based on information similar to what I've shared with you, but was still experiencing nagging leg weakness that made her hesitant to join her friends for their regular mall walks. Despite her medical background, she hadn't connected her leg issues with possible magnesium deficiency. When we tested her levels, they were significantly below optimal range. Eleanor wasn't unusual in this regard. Studies suggest that over 80% of seniors have suboptimal magnesium levels due to decreased absorption, medication interactions, and diets lower in magnesium-rich foods. Here's why magnesium matters so much for leg strength. Magnesium is directly involved in the biochemical process that allows your muscles to contract and relax properly. It helps transport calcium and potassium ions across muscle cell membranes, a process essential for normal muscle function. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can't generate adequate force, leading to weakness. Additionally, magnesium helps activate vitamin D in your body, so even if you're taking the right amount of D and K2, without sufficient magnesium, you're not getting the full benefit. The solution here is twofold. First, consider a high-quality magnesium supplement, aiming for about 300 to 400 milligrams daily for most seniors, preferably as magnesium glycinate or magnesium malate, which tend to be better absorbed and gentler on the digestive system than other forms. Second, increase your consumption of magnesium-rich foods like dark leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans, and avocados. Eleanor started taking magnesium glycinate, 350 milligrams daily, and intentionally added more magnesium-rich foods to her diet. Within just 2 weeks, she noticed her legs felt stronger, especially when climbing stairs, and within a month, she happily rejoined her friends for their mall walking routine. Now for the fourth solution, and this is the timing adjustment I mentioned earlier that might surprise you. The time of day when you take your vitamins can significantly impact how they affect your leg strength. Many seniors take all their supplements together first thing in the morning with breakfast, but this common practice can actually contribute to leg weakness throughout the day, especially when it comes to certain mineral supplements that compete for absorption. Bernard, aged 70, was experiencing increasing leg weakness despite an otherwise healthy lifestyle. He was taking a comprehensive supplement regimen, including calcium, zinc, iron, and magnesium, all at breakfast with his daily coffee. What Bernard didn't realize was that these minerals compete for absorption in the digestive tract, meaning he was getting minimal benefit from each while still experiencing the potential downsides. Additionally, the tannins in his coffee were further inhibiting mineral absorption. The timing of his supplement routine was actually contributing to his leg weakness rather than supporting his health. The science is clear on this. Calcium, iron, zinc, and magnesium all compete for the same absorption pathways in your intestines. When taken together, you might absorb as little as 20 to 30% of each. Coffee and tea, with their tannin content, can reduce iron absorption by up to 60% and affect other minerals as well. Furthermore, some vitamins are water-soluble, like B and C, while others are fat-soluble, A, D, E, and K, meaning they require different conditions for optimal absorption. Here's the solution that made such a difference for Bernard. Take your calcium supplement, if you need one, at breakfast, your iron supplement at lunch with some vitamin C for better absorption, and your magnesium supplement in the evening, which has the added benefit of promoting better sleep. Fat-soluble vitamins like D and K2 should be taken with your largest meal of the day that contains some healthy fats. Additionally, separate your coffee or tea consumption from your supplements by at least an hour. This simple timing adjustment ensures maximum absorption of each nutrient without competition. Within 3 weeks of implementing this schedule, Bernard noticed significantly improved leg strength, particularly in the afternoons when he had previously felt the weakest. To wrap things up, let's remember that the leg weakness you're experiencing isn't simply an inevitable part of aging that you must accept. In many cases, it could be connected to well-intentioned but problematic supplement choices. By being mindful of excessive vitamin E intake, balancing your vitamin D with appropriate K2, ensuring optimal magnesium levels, and strategically timing your supplements throughout the day, you can potentially restore leg strength you thought was lost forever. These aren't complicated medical interventions. They're simple adjustments to your self-care routine that honor the changing needs of your body after 60. The wisdom that comes with age should extend to how we nourish ourselves, understanding that what worked in earlier decades might need thoughtful recalibration now. You deserve to maintain your mobility, independence, and confidence, and sometimes the path to stronger legs isn't adding more supplements, but being more strategic about the ones you take. I'd love to hear about your experiences with supplements and leg strength in the comments below. Has adjusting your vitamin regimen made a difference for you? Do you have questions about specific supplements not covered in this video? Join our Holistic Curious family by subscribing, and let's continue this important conversation about maintaining strength and vitality throughout our golden years. Remember, your best years can still be ahead of you, with legs strong enough to carry you wherever your heart desires to go.